Alright, so welcome back to my driveway. Anyways, we've got to get that accelerator line thrown onto the prototype here, and then we can see what else we can get done today. So we're kind of outside because it's not the worst out, and I've got that garage chucked full of junk again. So let's get the thing out and get to work. Alright, first step, we got something I kind of made up on the lathe. It's just a brass screw that I drilled the center out of, and then I put this extension bar thing on there, so that way we can mount this to our throttle body, run our cable housing into that side, our cable through there, and then we have some amount of adjustment at the throttle body side. So that will be nice. As you can see, we got this brass guy set up onto our housing there. We already got that screw adjuster bolt attached to the throttle body side, and on this other side we've got this section of whatever. So if you're wondering, this is because they don't make a cable that I could find that wasn't $300 to make a throttle. So I'm just splicing two together, and this is kind of what I'm going with. We'll have this little housing that houses the splice section, and we'll just take our little guys in there like that, and then we'll just smash them in. Alright, that should hypothetically be it. We can then grab the other end of the cable, get that guy shrunk back up. Just screw that in somewhat tight. Good enough. So on this other side where the pedal's at, we're gonna have to put this bracket right up on here. Something along the lines of that. So that way we've got a place to mount the clip that holds the other end of that cable. And then we'll have to align that to wherever it sits. So I'm gonna have to mark this up, give it a couple drill holes, and go from there. There. Not a lot of movement, but should be good enough. I guess now it's time for the moment of truth. Let's see what this thing does. So that's gonna pretty much conclude this episode. This should have been in that previous episode, but you know, stuff happens. And as you can see, we were forced into moving stuff inside, which will get us into our next projects. So we have over here, this is a 5.7 Hemi. That is for the red Dodge, because I decided that old engine not going to be something I want to monkey around with whoever was messing around with freeze plugs and such. So who knows what's going on there. And then we have over here a 4.6 overhead cam, and that's for the blue truck behind me. Now I did rebuild this 390 that's in the truck, probably was that 20 years ago. So that kind of pissed me off because the whole camshaft got wiped out. I don't know if it was I was too stupid and took too big of a cam and had coil bind, or what the heck was going on, but one way or another, the lifters, that's the word I was looking for, the lifters were not spinning in his bore, so as the camshaft was going across, it was just wearing a hole in the lifter. So when I pulled the lifter out and took a look at it, we're missing like good 1/4 inch worth of metal in there. So that's all shredded and running through the engine, which is kind of sucks, because that means it's kind of ugly to go look through. So we'll have to pull that motor out and give it a good thorough inspection at a later date, but I wanted to move on to newer power plants for that thing, and by switching over to a mod style Ford, that would in the future allow me to throw something like maybe a Godzilla in that thing if I have boatloads of cash, or they become readily available in the junkyard. But we'll get started with this simple 4.6. We know that we can put it pedal to the floor for hours and not give a crap, and it will still work. So that will be good for reliability, bugs attacking me, and that's kind of all that I'm looking for, is I want to be able to drive this beast. And it has been a good, let's see, it's 2004 now. I stopped driving this thing about 13 years ago. So yeah, bunch of fun. So anyways, we got that thing running a little bit better. We can bottle that up. I got a couple little maintenance things to do. Pretty much swapping tires around and putting a couple tie rod ends on there. But anyways, that's enough for today. I'm gonna get rolling on to something else, and hopefully we'll get some videos rolling out here. Don't be surprised if I miss a couple weeks in between as well, because I've got a lot of stuff I need to do on the house that is super boring, like muddying the walls. Nobody likes doing that. It's boring and it sucks, but it'll take a good amount of time and effort. So I've got a bunch of that going through, and some outdoor chores before winter starts flying, because we're almost October, and October into December, who knows when you're gonna get snow. Anyways, thanks again for stopping by and watching. Hopefully you're subscribed, and hopefully we're not boring you too much with some of my little projects that I got going on here. Just a thing to note, this, of course, is not a how-to. This is just what I did. Kind of more your video diary of sorts of the projects that's going on in my garage or in my driveway. Anyways, we'll see you again next time.